Hello, today we are going to be reacting to the Reynolds Pamphlet. This is from the Hamilton Broadway musical. This is the original cast from 2016. After this we'll also react to an animatic that someone's made for it. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. I'm excited. This is right off the back of the Hurricane one, which was like a totally different vibe from what we've experienced so far in a lot of these. So I'm curious to see where it's going to go. I'm excited. Is it all going to pop off here? Who knows? Let's see. Turn it up a little bit.
The Reynolds Pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair and he...
Okay, so this is the thing he was writing in the hurricane, in the eye of the hurricane. I get it, okay.
Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair and he wrote it down right there. Highlights. The charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds. For purposes of improper speculation, my real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent. Damn! I had frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house.
At his own house. At his own house.
Damn! Mrs. Hamilton with our children being absent on a visit to her father.
No.
Have you read this? Never gonna be president now. We're never gonna be president now. We're never gonna be president now. One less thing to worry about. One less thing to worry about.
I came as soon as I heard.
All the way from London. Yeah.
Angelica, thank God someone understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied, but I hope you're satisfied.
We're never gonna be president now. We're never gonna be president now.
Oh.
One less thing to worry about. One less thing to worry about. Have you read this? You ever seen somebody ruin their own life? His poor wife.
That's good. I like that. First of all, you get the king coming in, making just like the comedic kind of, well, some of the comedic relief there. That's just as always. It's funny that implies that the king is obviously like looking at this part, like this pamphlet as well, and he's reading these all of this going on. He's like deeply invested in, you know, what's happening. Obviously, that's probably the case. I wouldn't have expected him to. In reality, I wouldn't have expected him to be reading this, but obviously people under him reading it and then reporting to him or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's quite funny. Unexpected to see him coming through. What a freeze frame right there. Look at him. Look at the air he's got there. What a mad lad. But I like the fact that they gave someone in the audience the pamphlet as well. Oh, I think I accidentally just clicked off there. Where is it? Is this...
Have you read this?
Yeah, that's so funny. Is that someone in the audience, or is that like, you know, one of the technicians or something like that? I don't know. That's kind of funny though. I like that. Interesting. So this isn't. So this is where it's kind of popping off, but I feel like there's going to be like a proper. This is everyone reacting to it. I'm waiting for the hurricane to use his own kind of analogy. Right, let's move on to the animatic. This animatic is by Mayu Chan. As always, link will be in the description down below, so make sure to check it out if you enjoyed and haven't already seen this one. But let's start.
The Reynolds Pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, that's something I failed to mention. This must be. I assume his wife wouldn't have this is her first time hearing about it as well. This is a horrendous thing to discover, especially this way. I don't remember him coming clean to her at any point in the past, but I may be misremembering there. But imagine that being the way you find out is by like a public letter. You find out through like a newspaper, or you find out through someone else. Horrible thing to go through.
Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights! The charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds for purposes of improper speculation. My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent. I had frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house. At his own house? At his own house. Mrs. Hamilton with our children
Damn.
absent on a visit to her father. No. Have you read this? Well, he never gonna be president now. 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 That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
I came as soon as I heard.
Angelica.
All the way from London. Damn.
Angelica, thank God, someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
Never gonna be president now. 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 One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. Hey, and this is what's on is with our money. Never gonna be president now. Hey, and this is what's on is with our money. That's one less thing to worry about. The Reynolds Pamphlet. Have you read this?
Oh, that's really sad.
You ever see somebody ruin their own life? His poor wife.
Seeing his son there like that. So this clearly implies that this is the way that she found out as well, which is again a horrible thing to discover, especially in this way. I'm curious to understand. This may become clear in upcoming songs/performances. I'm curious to see how the general public react to this. Obviously, those that are kind of close to him, or in politics and things like that, people he interacted with, or was allied with or against, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, they're going to react in a certain way, whether in jubilation or in shock or whatever. But I'm curious to know how this, how the public reacted to this, and beyond that, it's obviously talking about that he's never going to be president now. Was he going? Was that the plan for Hamilton, was to try and go for presidency? Because I never really got that impression. This may be a completely sort of ignorant take, but I always assumed that wasn't his ultimate goal, was to become president. He was, more than happy kind of just being in the role that he's already kind of been in. But I'm not 100% sure that I can kind of see, obviously, it's a progression in the career, but I'm curious to see, like, in real life, historically, was he going? Do we know if he was planning to go for presidency at some point? And was this part of the downfall of that, at least in the public perception? Because obviously, if the public reacted in a certain way to this that was so negatively, would that was it so negatively that it would have impacted his chance of being a president, is what I'm trying to say. This animatic, though, again, really cool. I really enjoy going between different creators of these animatics rather than just sticking to the same one every single time, because I think it gives us a really cool look at different visual takes on the same story. This one I really enjoyed. I think it has some really cool art decisions, like where he's falling off the edge of a cliff, like trying to hold on, like there. That's really cool. And you've got like the red eye of like that. That's really cool as well. Like just the evil eye looking down on him as is gripping on for his life. He's now in the hurricane. The animated tears as well. That's kind of
Every time.
no, this wasn't an animated part of it, but where it's kind of like animated, it's coming out and like, that's yeah, really cool. I think it's awesome. Definitely check this out if you haven't seen it before. Give it some love, and if you enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.